5 points, and this pass to Bill Winnington to win it. No pass, no play is back in the news again. Coaches appear to be finally getting their way, and we're telling our kids again education runs a distant second to athletics in this state. State senators in Austin say the state's requirement of at least a 70 in the classroom is too much, 6 weeks with no games is too long, and those of us who support no pass, no play have set our education standards too high. The arguments to repeal the law or even soften the law are incredibly stupid arguments. One senator says if our kids can't play games because they can't pass, they join gangs and drop out of school. There's no evidence of that. The dropout rate is actually lower now than it was 10 years ago when no pass, no play started in Texas. Dallas Khan Academy counselors who work with more than 700 dropouts a year, see another 1,000 or so, say they don't see any who dropped out because they can't play football. Coaches and state senators tell us that if we deprive these kids of their games, we deprive them of the discipline, the support, the character we instill through sports. I'd like to know what those coaches say to the kids who try out for basketball every year but are cut from the team because they're too short or too slow. Several area school districts confirming for us they do that every year. What about those kids? If you're 6'4" and can slam dunk a basketball, we care a great deal about you. If you're 5'4", go join a gang. Drop out if you want, because we will deprive you of the discipline, the support, and the character we instill through sports. It disgusts me that we're arguing in '95 what we decided in '85. Coaches then, who would never accept a 65 on the football field, think we should in the classroom. If your kid runs the right play 85% of the time for any football team in Texas, he won't play football in Texas. We have the best high school football in America because we demand it, because we expect it, and because we set our standards very high. I don't understand why so many people are afraid to demand and expect the same in the classroom. Since those of us who do won that argument 10 years ago, grades have gone up. The passing requirement was 60 back then, and kids were failing with 58s and 59s. Now the passing requirement is 70, and our kids are failing with 68s and 69s. If we raise the passing requirement to 80, we'd have kids failing with 78s and 79s. Too many kids will do just enough to get by and then sometimes fail. I know that because I was one of those kids. I failed every class I took my sophomore year to show my friends just how tough I was. My basketball coach was tougher. After sitting out 9 weeks, Gene Evans didn't let me play the next 9 weeks either. Says I should have been there in October when he needed me. My junior year, I had to have C's, mid-80s in Iowa back then, or I didn't play again. I'm here now because of Gene Evans, a teacher, Frank Weiland, and my dad. Too many kids don't have a dad, don't have Frank Weiland, and there's not enough coaches like Gene Evans either. If your kid, your student, or your player thinks his or her self-worth is determined by the games they play, if a high school education is only necessary to play, you've already failed that kid. Our senators say a first-time offender should receive a 3-week penalty, but only once. That thinking amazes me. We can't keep a kid out of sports 6 weeks for failing in the classroom because they'll join a gang. 3 weeks is enough. But fail a second time, and now it's time to join a gang because we're getting tough on you now. Sounds like the criminal justice system to me. Probation for a first-time offender, early parole for the rest, and we all know how much we appreciate the work our judges and prisons are doing to control crime in America. Why do we want our schools to follow that system? This isn't a Channel 8 opinion, it's mine, and I would like to hear yours. You can write me here at Channel 8, and I will write or call back. I'll talk to you anytime about our kids' education and athletics because I think our schools, our coaches, and our kids can do even better. Got off my soapbox tonight, forgive me.
No, that's fine. Thank you, Dale.
Thanks, Dale. Well, still to come tonight, the honeymoon is apparently over.
One of Hollywood's most unique couples is taking a break, and we'll have details for you when we come back.